today we're going to talk about type of solutions to an equation. Let's revisit, what does it mean by a solution graphically? Graphically, solution to an equation represents the coordinate, or maybe more than one coordinates, where two lines meet. I'm going to show you in a graph how does it look like or what it means. Example here, there are two lines. The first one is the white line is represented by equation y1 equals negative 2x plus 3 right here. And then the second equation is represented by yellow line. The equation is y2 equals 3x minus 2. So I'm going to graph these two lines on the graph on the right here. Okay, I'm going to start with this first equation. y1 equals negative 2x plus 3. I'm going to start with y-intercept, which is positive 3 right here. And I'm going to walk with the slope direction. M equals negative 2 over 1, which is my rise over run. So that means I'm going to go down 2 units, and I'm going to go to the right 1 unit from y-intercept. So 1, 2, and to the right 1 unit. I'm going to use actually blue color for this. So start from here, and then this one. And then I'm going to repeat. So the next one is here, and the line will look like this. If I continue, the next one will be here. Got it? And this one will be here. So that will be the line for y equals negative 2x plus 3. Okay, and then we're going to draw the second line in yellow. Okay, we're going to start with negative 2 because that's the y-intercept. And then we're going to walk using the slope direction. In this case, it's 3 over 1. Again, that's a rise over run. Because the rise is positive, then we're going to go up from the y-intercept. And then we're going to go run to the right because it's positive. So I'm going to use this yellow, start from negative 2. I'm going to go up 3 units, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to run to the right 1 unit. Okay, so that will be the line. I'm going to connect this to make a line, and we can repeat the slope, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to extend the line. Same thing here, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 right here. It's going to be a straight line. Okay, so okay, I'm going to label this line yellow line before y equals 3x minus 2. Okay, now you see the graph. Where do these two lines meet? The two lines meet at this coordinate right here. And the coordinate, as you can see, is 1 and 1. Okay? Now this coordinate represent the solution to this equation if we are to solve this algebraically. The x is 1 and the y is 1. So I'll show you how to solve this algebraically. Remember, we're going to set up the equation as equals. So it's going to be y1 equals y2, just like we did with the function last time. F of x equals g of x. So now we're going to set up the two equations equals. So y1 is going to be negative 2x plus 3 equals 3x minus 2. To solve equation, just real quick, we need to simplify. But in this case, we don't need to simplify anything because there is no distributive property and there's no combined like terms that we can apply. So this one is not applicable. And then the second one, we're just going to start eliminate. Because there is no fraction, we don't need to eliminate the fraction. We're just going to eliminate the x term first. Okay, remember I asked you to always eliminate the smaller x terms, in this case, the negative 2x. How are we going to eliminate it? By plus 2x. Whatever we do on one side, do it on the other side, plus 2x. This is gone. What's left is just 3 equals 3 plus 2 is 5x minus 2. And then we're going to eliminate negative 2. So plus 2 on both sides. 5x equals 5. Divide by 5 both sides. X will be equals 5 over 5 is 1. So the x is 1, which is exactly what it is. X is 1. So how do we find the y equals 1? We can just substitute this x to one of the equation. Let's say I can substitute this x into this one, 3x minus 2. So x equals 1, and then we're going to substitute into 3x minus 2. So that's going to be 3 times 1 minus 2. 3 times 1 is 3, minus 2 equals 1. That's the y. So that's why the coordinate is 1 and 1. That's the solution. Okay. Now we will go back to the topic that we were talking about on this video, which is the type of solutions to an equation. In this case, based on the numbers of solutions that an equation have. To be specific, it is based on the number of coordinates the two lines meet. So that's the type of solution. It's based on the number of coordinates the two lines meet. Example number 1, we did earlier. We got the equation solution is x equals 1. And when we graph the lines, the two lines meet at one coordinate, which is 1 and 1, the x and y. So in this case, this one is or has one solution. Okay, now we'll look at the sample B over here. I'm going to try to solve this. There is no, again, to solve, we're going to simplify. In this case, we cannot do distributive property, but we can combine the like terms on the right side of the equation. 6x minus x is 5x minus 2. I'm just going to rewrite. And on the left side is 5x minus 2. And then we're going to try to solve this by eliminate the variable, one of the terms. So because they both have 5x, let's just eliminate 5x minus 5x on the left side. Although you guys can see immediately that the left side and the right side are equally the same. But if we eliminate this, it's going to be minus 5x on both sides. And then as you can see, what we got is just negative 2 and negative 2 equals. We don't have any more variables. The variable disappear. When this happens, okay, this means the two lines are exactly the same lines. So if we are to graph this, I'm going to try to graph this, the first one with yellow with purple. Okay, let's see. So 5x minus 2, start with negative 2, and you're going to go up 5, and then go to the right one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. So the line will be like this. And of course, the second line will be exactly the same thing. It starts at negative 2, and it's going to go up 5 over 1. So the line will be on top of each other. Okay, so if the line is on top of each other, the question is, how many coordinates the two lines meet? Of course, all the coordinates meet on both lines. So in this case, how many solutions? There are infinite number of solutions. Because everything on the lines meet, not just at one coordinate, but the whole coordinates on both lines meet because they're on top of each other. Okay, so this is called infinite number of solutions. Example C, let's try to solve this. 1/3 times 6x, we have to do the distributive property, that's equals 2x, and then 1/3 minus 15 times negative 15 is going to be negative 5, equals to the right side 2x plus 1. Okay, if we are to eliminate one of the variables, let's say we're eliminating the left variables, so terms, so it's going to be minus 2x and minus 2x on both sides. What's left is just two numbers, negative 5 and positive 1. They both are not the same number. So I'm just going to put negative 5 not equals to positive 1. The variables disappear. What does that mean? If we are to graph this, so I'm going to graph this line first. 2x minus 5, this one. So I'm going to start with negative 5 and go up 2 over 1. So I'm going to go up 2 and 1 to the right. Repeat the slope, 2, 1. So the line will be like this. Yeah, the next one will be here. So that's the first line. This is 2x minus 5, y equals. And then the second line is going to be with white. Is this one, 2x plus 1. So we're going to start at positive 1. And we're going to go up 2. You know what, I'm going to use a yellow color for the green color for this one. And then we're going to go to the right one. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So this is the line. So do you see this is actually a parallel line? Will they ever meet? Of course, parallel lines will never meet. So because the parallel lines will never meet, that means there will be no solution to this equation. So that's the third type of solution. So again, how do we recognize this? Whenever you when you solve an equation and you end up with x equals something, a number, then there is one solution, exactly. When you try to solve an equation and you end up with two numbers that are the same and the x variable disappeared, that means you have two lines that are exactly the same, and that means that problem or that equation has infinite numbers of solutions. And when you try to solve an equation, you also get the variable disappeared, done, and then you end up with two different numbers. That means you are having two lines that are parallel and they will never meet. that means there is no solution to that equation.